So I was at GameStop the other day. I bought this. It's Grand Theft Auto 5. You saw, hopefully you will be watching my incredibly long playthrough of my online experience with this game. I didn't really expect much from online playability of this game, and it's really not a whole lot. It's just me and a buddy of mine going through and just having fun doing random bullshit. And I don't expect much more out of it. But anyway, while at GameStop, we started talking about the PlayStation. And apparently PlayStation has not released numbers from the holiday sales. Now, we all know PlayStation saw an increase in numbers. We know they went up from 40 plus million to 50 plus million. That's fine. But they're not releasing Pro numbers. That's a little worrisome. And while I'm not going to sing praises about Xbox or Nintendo or anybody, I need you to understand something. The fact that they're not going to release Pro numbers should worry you. The fact that they're not releasing VR numbers should worry you. The fact that right now we're in the middle of January. Resident Evil 7 is due out next week. A VR headset exclusive to PlayStation title is coming out next week. VR headsets are not able to be found right now. Sony was pushing this title for the VR headset, and you can't find a VR headset. It should worry you. Now, why is that? Because remember when Xbox would not release numbers because they were doing bad? Now, I want you to understand something. PlayStation went from, 47 million units up to 53 million units, which sounds good. It sounds really good, okay? However, that's only a few million units. Okay, and I understand that million is a lot. But I need you to realize something. PlayStation has two versions of said same console. Said same console. Okay? You have a PS4 and a PS4 Pro. Now, in my area, you can't even move the PS4 Slim. It's just not, nobody wants it, okay? And I can't even tell you how many times I've walked into a Best Buy and somebody's literally told me, please buy a Pro, because they're just not selling. And when the PS4 Pro came out at both GameStops, at either end of the town I live in, they literally only had 2 reserves at the one location at either end of my town. Okay? And there's 2 GameStops, but only one had 2 reservations. Okay? That means one GameStop had 2, and there's 2 stores. So if they'd have split it, that'd have been 1 apiece. That thing was not selling. Okay? Now, it might not be the same everywhere. But if we're talking, again, that figure is supposedly worldwide. Okay? So that is a horrible thing, okay? That's not good. Again, it's 53, 54, somewhere in there, million, and it was at 45, 46, somewhere in there. It didn't jump a full 10, okay? Which I'm pretty sure was their projection, okay? And I'm pretty sure they didn't have VR standalone. I'm pretty sure they didn't have Slim standalone. And I'm pretty sure they didn't have Pro standalone. I'm pretty sure they mashed all these things together. Which is why they're not releasing the numbers. And that's how they got that way. And if they did it that way, that means those numbers are really fucking bad. Okay? And I know the holiday season is supposed to be the time where they actually move a lot of products, but here's the thing. They just released the Pro, and That thing is at full price. Okay? The reason the Slim sold so well at holiday time was because it was at half price, a little below. I mean, I saw the Slim at like, what, 215 new? And that was at Walmart. You have a PS4 going for like, what, almost $400? And this isn't, necessarily a hard battle. Okay, I'm sorry, it's really not. I could sit here and ride that wave about how, oh, well, Sony puts out 4K and has 1080p and Xbox doesn't even do 720p native. I can ride that wave as much as any Sony fanboy. The problem is, it's Christmas time. People have yay amount of money to spend and they gotta spread it through everybody. Okay? And PlayStation released, and I said this before, 3 products at full price at the one time people don't have a lot of money. And it came back to bite them in the ass, and that's what they're seeing. They didn't think that their thought process, just like I said before, was our fans have loads and loads of money. And now they're seeing that that's absolutely not true. It wasn't the time for you to release 3 things back to back to back. Not to mention the games. For Christ's sakes, you and Xbox, PlayStation almost caused a fucking crash within this fucking holiday season for the shit you were pulling. You released 3 fucking regular ass systems: Pro, Slim, and the VR headset. Just from you alone. And then Xbox has the Xbox One original and the Slim. Y'all almost caused a crash within yourselves. Not to mention the fucking games, okay? You have Titanfall 2. You have, what? A fucking Call of Duty. You have, what's the other one? Battlefield 1. The Last Guardian. You have an assload of games that, again, not everybody can run out and buy. And you wonder why no one's buying them. The solution, and, well, the answer, not the solution. The answer is simple. Can't afford it. Because not everybody has $1 million to their names. They have a couple hundred to their names. And at the holiday season, that budget is stretched upon everybody in the family. Black Friday hit, and the prices were not that impressive. And the sales pitch that you had given everybody from PlayStation Experience was here, and now has gone to here. Meaning there's none. Okay? And this should worry you. It should. I'm not trying to fan for Xbox. I'm not trying to fan for Sony. I'm not trying to do any of that. And you can kind of see where it's going there because it's 100% real. Okay? You have to start talking about VR, Sony. Otherwise, this thing's gonna die out within the next 4 months. I give you 4 months with VR. If you don't start talking about it, if you don't start flooding the market with it, it's not gonna be around. Your first real authentic game is Resident Evil 7. It hits next Tuesday, this coming up Tuesday. There's no headsets now. Unless you flood the market by Tuesday with headsets, that game's gonna suffer. VR's gonna suffer. You're gonna go in the red financially again from this. People are not gonna trust you again from this. This is not the time to play I'm a retarded company named Sony. It's time for you to be smart. Okay? Nintendo's coming out with the Switch in March. You have got to be on top of your shit right now. Because if not, they're going to eat you alive. from the Switch to the Scorpio, and trust me, you're gonna be dead in the water no matter how much checkerboarding 4K you do. Doesn't fucking matter. Because you failed to flood the market and make it regularly available for anybody who wanted it. Therefore, the trust is out the window. Does that make any sense to you? Oh, you want to play Resident Evil 7 in VR? Fuck you, is basically what Sony's telling you by not making it available. Oh, you want to play anything else in VR? Fuck you, is what they're telling you. We supposedly have 80 games coming to VR. Fuck you, we're just trying to get you to get super excited, because if we don't, you're going to start paying our competition attention, which is something we at Sony can't afford to have you do. But they're not delivering. By not delivering, we're gonna start paying attention over here. And right now is when you need to start having us fucking pay attention.